Hi there, this is Psychic Medium Jennifer here, and this is a message to all those conscious souls out there as an update for current world events and how it's affecting us emotionally, mentally, and physically. So last week, I didn't sleep at all. I think every night I was up at 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. And just couldn't sleep and couldn't even nap. I think I was just feeling all of the agitation, tension, frustration, and fear around us, and really had to be clear with grounding myself and clearing my field of that energy. Because we are a unified field of consciousness, there is no separation, even though it looks like there is because we're in these 3D bodies. There truly isn't, because everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. So, excuse me for a minute, I'm just gonna have some water. So last week, very little sleep and very active dreams and some lucid dreams as well. This week, I found the last 3 nights I've been sleeping amazing, and I slept amazing last night. And through this whole shift, I've been feeling very empowered and centered, and like, yes, this is one of the big reasons what I came here to do. My soul is so excited that I get to serve in this huge way to help humanity and to come together and to be unified. I'm an Aquarius, and we're moving out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius right now. So I just really felt unified. And then this morning I woke up feeling very sad and very like slow and lethargic, and I guess you would say the feeling of despair or non-action, but with a sadness kind of looming around it, and went, oh, that's interesting. This is completely different from what I was feeling before. So I visited that because yesterday I was an absolute space cadet. I'm not kidding. Even my daughter said, Mom, you need to go home and sit, because we decided to be active, and because I know I need to be grounding right now, I was grounding my energy and trying to do things like clear out spaces and do yard work and clean out the shed and do a dump run and take some stuff from downstairs in my basement that's been sitting there forever and take it to the Goodwill and start clearing out energy. As the earth is doing this, as our mother Gaia is clearing and resting and going inward and learning how to breathe in a different way again, we are too. So that clearing that everyone's wanting to do looks like, oh, there's nothing else to do, let's do this. Yes, that's true, but there's another layer to that as well. So I just want to speak to the despair or this low vibrational energy that feels very sad. And I've been very connected to my guides. I've been doing an incredible amount of meditation, both on my own and collectively with an amazing group of souls. That's my tribe. And I'm a Dr. Joe Dispenza student and have been for the last 7 years. And our tribes are meditating in groups of 1,000 people, 1,300 people at a time. And it is an incredible energy that I feel privileged and so grateful to be a part of, connecting to. So it's really helping me stay centered and focused. And then I share that energy with all of you as a way of my service to those that I'm here to touch, who are reaching out to connect with me. So coming back to the despair, and I want to just speak to that, and I want to give some insight around that, and also some tools for those who have been feeling this way too, who are kind of in this wave of energy. Mother Earth, my guides are telling me it's like a dark night of the soul for her. And when we go through a dark night of the soul, it gets worse before it gets better. And we go through sort of that first initial stage where everything's very amped up, and then things fall. And then they kind of hit the floor. And then from there is the rebuilding phase. And that's what we're heading into right now, is that hitting the floor phase. And then the rebuilding is coming up. My guides shared with me last week that it's going to be about a 5-week process before things start to turn around. And so the idea of moving into that, hitting the floor, coming up, will be probably 3rd week of April, 4th week of April, somewhere around there. That's again what I'm hearing from my higher self and my connection. So just stay connected to your heart center. This is the seat of our soul, the seat of our inner truth, and the seat of our power. Love will transform all. Fear takes us out of alignment to our coherent vibration and homeostasis, the physiology of the body. Love brings us back to that. So when you are feeling uncertain, or you're starting to get panicked, or you're reading a lot of media and you might be feeling out of alignment, come back to the heart center. Just stop what you're doing or take a break, step away, and come back into the heart center. And place your hand here so your attention is there, because where we place our attention, we place our energy. Place your hand on your heart. And I've been teaching this little trick for about 3 or 4 years now, where your heart center is here. So you have a thymus gland right here, and that's part of your hormones or your endocrine system. And the thymus gland, the endocrine system, we secrete hormones, and one of them is oxytocin. And when we tap here on this area, we start to secrete oxytocin. This is the love hormone. This is the feel-good hormone. And it sends a message to our brain that it's safe for you to relax. As I'm doing this, I'm starting to move into a different state of consciousness. When you tap here and you focus your attention here and close your eyes and take a few deep breaths from your chest and rest in this area just for a couple of minutes, it'll literally start to energetically bring you back, because the heart has electrical impulses, as does the brain. So when you go to the heart and you send a message to the brain, it's safe to relax, it brings your energy system into alignment and coherence again. Well, that's a really good tip to bring you back if you're suffering from anxiety, or if you're really feeling the fear or the frustration is getting to you. I know when we go out and we see people with gloves on and locked doors, and I was at the bank yesterday and they had all the doors locked and gloves on, and they wouldn't let you in until you answered a series of questions. So it's the fear, but it's also each one of us wanting to protect each other too. But it's an odd feeling, and it's not familiar to us, we're not used to that, so it can throw us out of balance. Like, why it brings us back into that that mirror reflection of, oh yeah, that's right, we should be fearful. So come back, keep practicing that. Every time you have a moment like that, or you have an instance like that that's bringing you out of alignment, come back. Train your mind and your body to come back. And ground your energy right now. This is so important for those who are feeling really attuned to the earth's vibration, who are what's called clairsentients, or what some people would call empathic. That's like really sensitive feelers, and they touch into the world around them in a very sensitive way. Grounding is really, really helpful right now for you. Go outside and ground if you can, even if you can't take your shoes off, because some places in the world, like where I am, it's cold right now. But just ground your energy into the ground. Put your feet on the ground and feel energy moving up from the earth's core, up the bottoms of your feet, all the way up your legs, and then up your chakra system, and then out your head. And just let it form a circle, and let it go all the way back down again into the earth, and then feel it come all the way up the legs and all the way back up, and breathe it up and then breathe it out. Breathe it up and breathe it out. And this will start to reconnect you and help you feel more grounded. And also physically, do things that are connected to the earth and eat root vegetables. So things that are really earth-centered. Cleaning, deep cleaning, yard work, doing any kind of like outdoor activity or planting seeds for your garden indoors, like for your vegetables or your flowers. I think now's a good time to plant some of those. That's a really good idea right now too, is to stay grounded, do things that are grounding, and exercise, yoga. Dancing is an amazing way, you know, moving your body, releasing that energy, the excess energy that you might be carrying that's taking you out of balance. Those are all really great tools to bring you back. And some breath work, like the grounding exercise will help as a form of breath work too, because you want to breathe up with the earth and then down all the way down to the core of the earth, and then back up and then down. And do that for a couple of minutes, or till you feel centered again and that you feel connected. And find ways that you're able to feel productive or feel like you have purpose right now. I know it's hard for a lot of people because there's so many of us that are out of work and unable to work from home. So it's finding something that is, you know, connecting you. Is just as simple as putting a note out there saying if anyone needs help and you're able to do that, do that. If it's sitting in meditation, meditation is such a powerful tool for connecting. And I know it's inactive, but it's active. So there's ways to be active in your community right now that can be helpful. Picking up garbage, you know, as you're going for a walk, you're taking care of the earth and you're cleaning things up. You know, paying it forward with a coffee, if you're a coffee drinker and you're going through a drive-through, whatever, you know, think of ways that you can feel purposeful and connected through this beautiful shift that we're going through right now. It looks scary, I know. I'm just going to say this. There is a divine order to everything. There always has been, and there always will be. When we're looking at it from a 3D perspective, there's a lot of fear. And I'm not saying don't take precautions, don't understand that I have empathy for all of those who are suffering right now and leaving the planet. But our souls choose when we come in and when we go. There's a divine order to everything. And my guides are talking about this being that dark night of the soul for the planet. So as we are shifting, we have to bring out the chaos first sometimes before the order takes place. Before if the tower falls, we have to let it fall in order to rebuild a stronger foundation. There is a massive world shift happening right now, and this is how it's playing itself out. And this is an opportunity for all of us as a human race to understand what really matters to us, and to go in and be quiet with ourselves and to connect with that which is really important, to reassess our priorities in the ways that we kept thinking about and wanting to, but never gave ourselves time. Now you're being made to do it, meaning you're given the time. And this is like you're given the golden nuggets right now. Use them wisely, because how you manifest this right now is going to really help how you come out of it. The clearer you get right now with what you want to refocus on and what that's going to look like for you, and setting a really clear intention for yourself, the clearer the outcome of this is going to be for you as you're moving forward now with these new steps that are happening in the world, because there's going to be changes in our world organization. I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope this is helpful for all of you that are watching and listening to it. I'm here to support you. If you have any questions, questions or concerns, if you would like to book a reading session with me or a distance healing session with me, I am still working. A lot of my work is available online through a live internet feed and also through phone sessions. My email address is thepathtoinnerpeace@gmail.com, and my website is www.jennifermckenzie.net, and I'm going to put the links in the video below for you, because I'm here to support you. I'm here to help those who feel called to come and make a connection with me, to work through this with you. We are oneness consciousness, and I'm grateful to be serving at this time every day, but especially right now, to hold space for those who are feeling uncertain. So abundant blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for coming to make a connection with me, and I wish you all the best.